Understanding our metabolism means we understand how energy is used and expended each day in our bodies. So that's why we need to understand this term TDEE, or total daily energy expenditure. This is a breakdown of how and where calories are used in our body each and every day. We see on the far right there's two main categories: non-resting energy expenditure and resting energy expenditure. We're going to start there. So resting energy expenditure is broken down exclusively with basal metabolic rate. This accounts for about 70% of all the calories your body is going to use. And that's basically just the energy required to keep the lights on. So my basal metabolic rate is going to be different than Shaquille O'Neal's. He has a much larger body and he has more mass to regulate. Therefore, it's going to cost more calories to regulate. Moving on, let's look at non-resting energy expenditure. We have these fun little acronyms: EAT, TEF, and NEAT. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis, that accounts for 10 to 15%, sometimes even more, of all the calories that you use during the day. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis is simply all the movement that you do throughout the day. Me talking right now, me going upstairs to get a glass of water, you walking to the mailbox, and so forth. Thermic effective food, that simply means that it costs energy to break down what we eat, and that accounts for about 10% of our total calorie expenditure during the day. Now, last but certainly not least is working out, is exercise. That's the EAT, that's the exercise activity thermogenesis, and it usually only accounts for 5% of the calories that we burn during the day. So unless you're an elite level athlete or an endurance athlete where you're going to be exercising for much longer durations, your exercise activity thermogenesis only accounts for about 5% of how many calories you burn during the day. That is less than the calories used to break down your food, especially if your food is a high protein, high fiber diet. So this is really important to understand. As it relates to the things that we have control over, we mostly burn calories just by moving through the day. That's why we're going to be tracking steps, as steps will yield more of a calorie burn than any exercise that we do for the most part. Let me know if you have questions about total daily energy expenditure. It can be a little bit of a complex topic and there are more things to go into, but for now, this will do just fine.